Mark and I are working through some of our favorite chapters in the Bible, and we could not go through all of the chapters in the Bible that we would consider our favorite chapters without reading the first chapter in the first book and the first chapter in the Bible, Genesis chapter 1. Of course, this is the account of God's creation. It marks the beginning of eternity. God has always been. God is eternal. But eternity started at creation, and God, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And it tells us the earth was without form and so on, and God moved on the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light." And we notice that He created the light before He created the sun. Have you ever noticed that it's light outside before the sun comes up? Don't you find that interesting? And it says that God divided the light from the darkness, and He called the light day and He called the darkness night, and that established the 24-hour period. It says the evening and the morning were the first day. And then it says God said, "Let there be a firmament." Notice firm, F-I-R-M, in the midst of the waters, and He divided the waters from the waters. Now, it says here that the waters were above the firmament. Okay. Do you understand why the sky is blue? Because we're in a dome. We're in a dome, and above the dome is water. Okay. That's what happened whenever the flood came. God opened the firmament and poured out the water from above the firmament, and it flooded the earth. And then He says, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together." So there's waters above the heavens, above the firmament, and there's waters below the firmament here on earth. And then the land, He said, "Let the dry land appear." So He called the dry land earth, and He called the waters the seas. And then He created all kinds of things, didn't He? He created the grass, the herb, the fruit trees, the herb yielding seed, and all of that was done by the third day, And then He created the lights in the firmament of the heaven. That includes all the stars, or whatever you want to call them, the planets. And He divided the day from the night. And He said, "Let them be for seasons, days, and years." So He included days there, morning and evening. Okay, that's why we have a calendar today, and that's why we have clocks up on the wall to measure the time and the seasons and the years. And it says God made two great lights, the one to rule the day, the lesser to rule the light. And it says He set them in the firmament. We're in a contained system. He set them in the firmament of the heaven, in the firmament, inside the firmament. The sun and the moon are not that far away. They're inside the firmament. They're not above the dome. He set them in the firmament to give light on the earth. And now we're in the fourth day, and then he created the fowls and the whales and every living creature. And He blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth." Now we're into the fifth day. And He brought forth living creatures, including cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth. And then he created man. Then he created man. He said, let us make man in our image. Adam and Eve were created in the image of God. Okay? Now something happened to that image. It didn't just become tainted at the fall. It became spiritually dead. I mean, that's an oxymoron in terms. You can't be spiritual and dead at the same time. Anyway, he created man. And he also gave them dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing upon the earth. And so he created man, and it says male and female created he them. He did not create unisex. He did not create he, she's. He created male and female. And God blessed them, and he says that he's given them the herb-bearing seed and so on to eat. And so even he said he gave them the beast of the earth and the fowl of the air and to every creeping thing for food. There's people that say you got to be only vegan. No, that's not what God said. Anyway, God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was good, and evening and morning were the sixth day. So I'm going to have Mark read through this chapter, and as Mark reads this chapter, what I would like for you to do while he's reading it is I would like you to think about man's relationship not only to their creator, but to God's creation. God has given him dominion over his creation.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. The earth without form, was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. The Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. God saw the light that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said there would be a firmament in the midst of the waters, that divided the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. It was so. God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. God said that the waters from the heaven be gathered together into one place, that the dry land appear, and it was so. God called the dry land earth, and gathered together the waters called he seas, and God saw that it was good. God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. The earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. God saw that it was good. The evening and the morning were the third day, and God said there would be lights in the firmaments of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, for seasons, for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth, and it was so. And God made two great lights, a great light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, to rule the day over the night, divide the light from the darkness. God saw that it was good. The evening and the morning were the fourth day. God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth, and over the firmament of heaven. God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth with the waters brought forth abundantly after kind, every winged fowl after his kind, and God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters of the sea, and let fowl multiply on the earth. Evening and the morning were the fifth day. God said, let the earth bring forth a living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast to earth after his kind. It was so. God made the beast, the earth after his kind, and cattle after kind, everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and God saw that it was good. And God said, let us make man our image after our likeness, let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image, in the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth, subdue it, have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over everything, living thing that moveth upon the earth. God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. To every beast of the earth, to every fowl of the air, to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. It was so, and God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good, and the evening and morning was the sixth day.
Okay, well, thank you, Mark.
Yes.
Well, when we read this chapter, it certainly authenticates several things. It authenticates geocentrism, meaning that the earth is stationary and we're in a contained system, and that there's water above the earth, there's a firmament, and that the sun and the moon are in the firmament. It also authenticates that we're not heliocentric, and that it also annihilates evolution and Darwinian theory, and it affirms that the earth was created in 6 days. God bless.